channel. Today I am going to show you how I got this super duper deep burgundy eye look using the Tarteist Pro Palette. I got this palette last week and I have to say that I am incredibly blown away by the quality of the matte shadows in the palette. Like, they are pigmented and buttery and smooth, like to a point where I can't believe they're real. And I also have experienced very little fallout while using it, even with the darkest shades. So far I am really impressed. I've been using it all week. I did this look with them the other day and I am just in love with it. So I recreated it here. I used a little bit of a different lip on my original Instagram post. I'll insert pictures of that here or like at the end or something like that so you can see what that looked like as well if you'd like to. And I'll also list the products that I used for that version in case you want to pair it with a deep dark burgundy matte lip. The original photo that I was inspired by was from Girl Grey Beauty, who I follow on Instagram and I find incredibly inspiring. Her lip art and her photography and her full face looks are all amazing. So I will also link her Instagram below so you guys can go check that out. But she did a look where she did like a burgundy smoky eye like this, and she had used a liquid lipstick as a base. But I do want to warn you in advance that I am going to be using a liquid lipstick on the eye area. If you are going to recreate this look, please be aware that liquid lipstick is not necessarily safe for the eyes. There are certain ones that are safe for the eyes, but this one I don't think technically is, although I have used it on my eyes a lot of times and I have not had any issues. That does not necessarily mean that will be the case for you. So if you are going to use any liquid lipstick on your eye, please be very cautious. There are certain liquid lipsticks that are rated for the eye area. I believe the entire Jeffree Star line, they are all eye safe, so you can use those on your eyes freely and not worry about it. However, if you use them on your lips first and then put them on your eyes, do be aware that there's a possibility of cross-contamination because bacteria from your mouth gets into the lipstick and then you're going to put it on your eyes. So you might not want to do that if you have already used the particular lipstick on your mouth. So those are all the warnings out of the way because I don't want anybody getting eye infections or like an allergic reaction or anything. That being said, using a dark burgundy base like this underneath a burgundy eyeshadow really gives an incredibly different effect than if you are just using a burgundy eyeshadow on its own. That really goes for any eyeshadow color and any base color. Like, if you want to intensify the color that you're using, use a base that is a similar color and you'll get like tenfold color payoff as far as like the richness of it. So a lot of times when you see a look and you're like, wow, how did they get that pigment so pigmented? Well, they probably used a really good pigmented eyeshadow, but probably they also used a base that was a similar color to like really drive the point of that color home. Now that that's all out of the way, let us zoom in, let's get started, and I will show you how I got this really dark, deep burgundy eye look. Okay, to start off with today, as usual, I have my base already done, a little bit of my contour done, and my brows are already done. I'm also going to be wearing a beanie for this entire tutorial because my hair looks a little greasy because I ran out of dry shampoo. What are you going to do? To start today, I'm going to prime the eyes with a red liquid lipstick. The Anastasia dark red liquid lipstick in the color Heathers. I'm just packing that color onto the lid and a little bit into the crease with a large shadow brush, and I'm doing that in patting motions rather than swiping motions just to get the general shape of what I want. Once that's done, you need to work quickly to blend it out because it does dry. I'm going to buff out the edges with the Real Techniques Dome Shadow Brush. Once that is blended out a little bit at the edge, I am going to just let it set and dry. Next, to clean up the shape and where I got a little too much red underneath here, I'm going to grab a makeup wipe. That is why I haven't done any concealer under my eyes yet. I'm using the Yes to Blueberries makeup wipes, but to be honest, these are not my favorite and I don't really recommend them. I'm just going to use that to clean up where I think I may have gone a little too far with the red liquid lipstick. I'm going to go back in with more red under the eyes later, but I want to make sure the placement is actually where I want it and not just like accidental, like I got it there by accident and I just left it and worked with it. Now it's time for some shadow. I am using the new Tarteist Pro Palette, and with the Sigma E55 shading brush, I'm going to go in with the color Mod. And I'm going to pack that over the entire area that I just did in liquid lipstick, except for the very edge. Now with a slightly smaller brush, this is a Sigma E38 diffused crease brush, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the color Drama, and I'm going to place that on the outside half of the lid. I also want to go around the edge of where I blended out that liquid lipstick and tone down the brightness of it a little bit, because it is pulling a little pink against the whiteness of my skin. And also just left a mark on my face with my brush. Whoop. So I'm going to grab my Sigma E40 blending brush with a little bit of the color Innocent, just to bring a neutral in and sort of tone down the pinkness of that blend. If you have a darker skin tone, you could probably skip that part actually, because it won't look as pink, but for me, it is necessary. Next, with my Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm going to grab a little bit of the color Punk, which is black, and I am going to run that in a C shape around the outer corner of the eyelid. At first, I'm going to just dab it on there to make sure that that really, really intense pigment doesn't go further than I want it to go, and then I'll lightly blend it out with the same brush. When you're applying shadows to the very outer corner, don't be afraid to raise up your eyebrows to like really get into that crease. If you're like me and you have like almost a hooded lid but not quite, it makes it a lot easier. And to make sure the edge of that is blended, I am going to grab my Sigma E38 again. Okay, now that the top of the lid is mostly done, I am going to go into the waterline with my favorite waterline black liner, which is the Dark Side Gel Liner Pencil from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going to run that through the top and bottom waterline. I'm also going to bring that pencil through the bottom lashes so that I can blend it in for extra intensity and smokiness on the bottom lash line. At this point, I'm pretty confident that these shadows don't have a lot of fallout, and I want the bottom lash line to blend nicely. So I'm going to go ahead off camera and conceal underneath my eyes and set them, and then BRB. For the lower lash line, I am going to go in with a very small amount of the same liquid lipstick, but to apply it, I'm going to use a Real Techniques accent brush so I can just get it right along the lower lash line and meet it in with that black eyeliner that I put down. Then before that dries, I'm going to blend that out with a clean pencil brush. I'm going to grab the Morphe E18 pencil brush to do that. To further blend the lower lash line into the upper crease area, the fuck's is called, I am going to press a little bit more of that black color Punk into the lash line using a push liner brush. I am using one from NARS, but whatever one you have will do. I don't think they make this one anymore. And I'm just going to press that in on the outer corner and a little bit out past the lower lash line so that I can connect that darkness into where the darkness starts on the top lid. Then to continue blending that little connection we just made, I'm going to pick up the same Sigma E30 pencil brush that I used for the black earlier. I'm not going to add any color to it. I'm just going to blend the sections together. And I'm also going to lightly run that same brush down around my entire lower lash line to blend that black liner in with the red color. Sometimes for this portion I have to look up in the air because it tickles. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. I'm just going to apply some mascara and some false lashes and then we will move on. Wait, no, that's a lie. I almost forgot the inner corner highlight. For the inner corner, I didn't want to do a super bright highlight with this look because I wanted it to be really smoldery, but I still wanted to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the color Minx from the same palette, which is kind of like, it's a reflective color, but it is also not super bright and it's kind of like burgundy-ish, like eggplanty colored, eggplant, plum, something like that. And I am going to place that on the inner tear duct area, so it's like a little brighter and a little reflective, but it's still within the same kind of smoldery color scheme, you know what I mean? And I wet that brush a little bit with some Fix Plus. Once that color is packed down, I'm just going to wait for it to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to blend out the edges with a pencil brush. Okay, so that's the eyes done. The lashes I chose today are the House of Lashes Noir Fairy Lashes. They are lovely. I am pretty satisfied with my contour that I got just from using the Anastasia foundation stick in Fawn. It's really, I'm feeling it on camera right now. So I'm going to skip adding any powder contour today, but I am going to add a little bit of glow to the cheek. I'm going to use the Anastasia Ultimate Glow Kit, specifically the color Amber, specifically the color Amber Gold, because I don't want to necessarily wear any blush today with this look because I don't think it needs it, but I want a little bit of color in the cheek. This is like kind of like a pink and gold highlight, so it'll be perfect for adding just a touch of color without making it like... And I am just going to sweep that over my cheeks and onto my Cupid's bow with this old ass Tarte brush that is a blush brush, but for some reason it's my favorite highlight brush because that's just the way it is sometimes. See how that has like just a little hint of like warmth and color to it? I like it. It was actually a little bit of Cupid's bow. Some people don't really like it when you highlight your Cupid's bow, and to that I say, alright, I might have gone a little bit overboard, but you get my point. Originally, when I posted this eye look on Instagram, I paired it with the same color lip as I use as a base on the eyes. But I wanted to switch it up a little bit today because I have to do some shit right after I film this, and I really don't want to be wearing liquid lipstick, and I just don't feel like it. So I'm going to wear something a little bit more wearable on the lips. I will also show you guys a picture of what it looked like with the darker lip as well, in case you want to do that version. But this version, I like it too, so I think it'll be good. For the lip today, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Pencil in the color Trendsetter. And I'm going to top that with a gloss. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the color Raisin from the mini gloss set for fall. I really hope that they make a lot of the colors that they came out with in that set permanent because I really like them and they're so small. Okay, I'm going to start by lining the entire lip area with the pencil, and then I'm just going to pop the gloss on top. And that is the finished look. So that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. As usual, all the products that I used today will be listed down below, as well as a link to the blog post where I will put the HD pictures of this look, as well as all of the products that I used off camera, like on my face and all that jazz as well. Please don't forget to follow me on social media. I am at Ms. QuinnFace on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will list those all down below as well. I post a makeup look almost every single day on Instagram. I also do some like fun little snap tutorials every now and then, but mostly it's just silly fun times on there. And Twitter is like the easiest place to connect with me and like chat about stuff. So go give me a follow on those platforms and let's stay in touch. I also blog several days a week on my site, MsQuinnFace.com, and I will link that down below as well. I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you all in the next one. All right, bye!